Welcome and thank you for joining the Society for Clinical Research Sites for SCRS Talks. I'm Jimmy Bechtel, the Vice President of Site Engagement with the Society. SCRS Talks is a program that allows our partners and those we work closely with to take a few minutes to address issues of industry concern, share exciting achievements, and to learn more about our community. Today, we have Peter Fredette, the Vice President of Research Services with Outcomes Matter Innovations, and Jolie Holt, the Director of the Oncology Site Community with Optimal Research, a member of the PPD family, part of Thermo Fisher Scientific, here to share some exciting updates and a preview of the SCRS Oncology Site Solutions Summit. Peter is the current chair of our program, and Jolie is our co-chair, transitioning into the chair role. It's great to have both of you here with us today. Really excited for this conversation. Peter, I'll start with you. A brief introduction of yourself.
Sure. Thanks, Jimmy. My name is Peter Fredette. As you said, I'm the VP of Research Services for OMI. And I am the current advisory board chair for the Oncology Summit. And I have been in oncology research for a long time. I'm an avid site advocate and just absolutely love being part of the SCRS family. So thanks again for having me here.
Great. Thanks, Peter. And again, good to have you here. And Jolie, we'd love to learn a little bit more about you as well.
So, as you said, my name's Jolie Holt, and I work with sites on a daily basis. So, this conference and this oncology summit have a close place in my heart. I've been with SCRS for about 5 years, I think, and I've worked on the site engagement and education work stream, as well as I'm now a board member on the oncology board. I work with sites, like I said, on a daily basis, and we hope that the summit is going to make a huge impact.
I think it will, Jolie and Peter, and I'm excited to talk a little bit more about it and give everyone a preview of what they can expect. As mentioned, we're gearing up for that summit. It's going to be down in Atlanta, Georgia, early April 2024, new venue for us this year. But Peter, let's start things off by letting our audience know what makes this summit a must-attend event for site sponsors and CROs and service providers, really our entire industry that are conducting oncology research.
Sure. The short answer is valuable content and networking opportunities, right? But our summit is really all about community and collaboration. Oncology clinical research is hard, right? We say that all the time. The SCRS Oncology Summit is really the built for purpose opportunity to share experiences, triumphs and failures, best practices, to build relationships focused on support and growth, and really come together as a community to always work towards patient access and creating an environment for oncology clinical research institutions, not just to survive, but to thrive.
That's great, Peter. And I agree. It's a strong foundation for what we are able to do at that conference and help advance some of the components of our mission for that program. Jolie, I'd love to hear your perspective on this as well.
Well, I completely agree. Another thing that I think is important is the solution providers being here. I've known some sites that have come here and been looking for maybe a new eTMF platform, et cetera. And they've been able to see each product in real time and make some good decisions on which one that they want to go with. I've seen sites and speaking with sponsors on challenges that they're having at the site. And I think that flows over into SCRS's mission on how to make site life a bit better because there are boots on the ground.
I couldn't agree more. It's really important for us and kind of a little bit unique in the industry for us to have these opportunities to bring all of the stakeholders together to work on these solutions, because everyone that comes to these, I think another message to perpetuate here is that we're interested in site sustainability and advancing the work that the sites do. And we can't do that unless we all come together and work towards those solutions as a group. There is no one individual constituency that is going to make a difference unless the other parties are involved as well. Jolie, would you mind sharing a little bit about having attended a couple of summits and recently being part of the development of this year's agenda, what some of those attendees can expect from the summit this year?
Yeah, so what I'm most excited about is the new larger location in Atlanta, Georgia. I can't wait to finally visit Atlanta. It's been on my bucket list for a minute. We have more sites that have joined the oncology panel, so more site voices, which I think is vital to this industry, is to hear straight from sites. The new content based off of previous feedback from previous summits, and the content focused on technology, inclusive recruitment, which is the new keyword, I think, diversity, workforce management, because we know that sites are having resource constraints because of workforce management, as well as protocol development.
Excellent, Jolie. I think those are some really awesome topics and really timely and valuable to the community. Peter, any thoughts from your end on what you perceive as some great expectations for our attendees?
Sure. First, I would second everything that Jolie said. The new fresh content is always valuable for everybody. The fact that it's based on real feedback from past attendees, not just board members, is absolutely critical to what we do. Jolie covered workforce, the next generation, technology advancements. Oh, and some unique patient advocacy and support opportunities. Really looking forward to that. And newly added sessions about cutting edge therapies.
Thanks, Peter. I think it's really important for us to clearly span a variety of different topics. We don't kind of focus in or niche into one particular thing, but I agree with you. I'm really excited about this year's advocacy and patient-focused programming that we're bringing to the table this year. It's really the cornerstone of a lot of the work that we do for patients, really, truly. And if we don't maintain that focus at these events and really contextualize what we're talking about in terms of what's going to be best for the patients, then it's hard to sometimes maintain focus. So thanks. I appreciate you bringing that up. What other, maybe diving in, Peter, a little bit more specifically, speakers or sessions are you most excited about?
Every year, I look forward to the landscape survey results presentation. It's just so critical for us to keep listening, right, and amplify the voice of the institutions that do this important work. I'm really excited about talking to the new pediatric oncology support groups that we're bringing into our community. This is relatively new for us, so that's exciting. Oh, and I can't wait for the discussions on novel therapies, as I said, kind of cutting edge novel therapies, and hearing from multiple stakeholders about what this research means to them and how they're making it all happen.
Couldn't agree more, Peter. What about you, Jolie? Anything you're excited about most specifically?
Well, I always love a good talk on finance and budget negotiations and how the best practices that sites are using to get through those obstacles that they see, as well as the community oncology sites integrating clinical trials into routine patient care, because I think that is something that we have to do in oncology, is ensure that clinical trials are involved as the patient goes through their journey. The pipeline talks, the roadmaps for integrating novel therapies is one that I'm very excited about, as well as always the site landscape survey, as Peter had mentioned. I'm very excited about seeing what that brings.
Thanks, Jolie. Thanks, Peter. I agree. It's tough to pick one or two. I also know we have some pretty phenomenal rock star thought leaders in the industry that are going to be able to bring some content and some perspective to what we're talking about when it comes to how we build the next generation of workforce, or, topics around diversity, equity, and inclusion, and how that plays into how we execute our clinical trials, as well as, of course, the incorporation of technology into our oncology clinical trials are just some of the areas. And I'm also biased. I help deliver the site landscape, so it's near and dear to my heart. So thank you for giving the plug to the site landscape survey. I agree, it's important, really critical information that we're able to share so that we can continue to narrow our focus into the things that are most valuable and most important for us to work on and to fix. Jolie, how can attendees maximize the value that they receive from attending the summit? What are the things they can do to really get the most out of being part of this event?
Well, I will tell you, the last one that I attended, I downloaded the Summit app. and it gave me real time when the next talks were. I could choose which ones. I think downloading the Summit app for networking as well as the agenda is a must do in order to get the max benefit, as well as participating in that landscape survey so that we can have as much data as possible to figure out what we need to do in order to help sites.
I couldn't agree more. The app is really a valuable tool for not only navigating and understanding what you need to do at the event and finding your way around and the agenda, but also provides a lot of really great connection opportunities if you go in there and update your profile and make sure that you're chatting with people and responding to messages. We hear a lot that there's a lot of value in that, and we need to make sure that we're making those connections. Peter, thoughts from you on ways that you perceive our attendees can maximize their value and get the most out of this summit?
Sure. I've been to a few of these. So if you need them, please take full advantage of all the CE contact hours available for sure. Like Jolie said, don't forget to download the Summit app. It maximizes your networking potential and really does help you navigate the conference more easily. And yes, one more plug. If you haven't already, please complete the site landscape survey and add your voice to the assessment. And lastly, I would say be yourself, be genuine, be kind, and get ready to pull some weeds. Our community is extremely inclusive, and I have never heard from somebody that they went to an SCRS Oncology Summit and didn't enjoy themselves and didn't find it valuable. So strap in, be yourself, and take full advantage of all the tools that are available to make the most out of it.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Jolie. I think that's a really awesome message for us to end our conversation on today. Thank you both for being here and sharing your perspective. And thank you, of course, for your leadership in developing what is set to be yet again another record-breaking oncology site solution summit with some important content and some important opportunity for our industry to come together for solutions. So again, thank you both for your contributions and thank you for the conversation today.
Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Julie. See you in
Thanks, Jimmy.
Atlanta.
Yep. Let's have some fun in Atlanta.
For everyone that's tuned in, make sure that you register for upcoming summits like the Oncology Site Solutions Summit being held throughout the year and, as mentioned, in April down in Atlanta, Georgia, by visiting the summit page on our website, myscrs.org. While you're on our website, be sure to check out other SCRS publications built for the community in the publications and resources section of that same website. We appreciate your listening and participation in today's program and look forward to having you join us for more great content coming out very soon. Thanks again for listening.